Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable viewers and listeners, being a MPhil scholar of genetics, I would like to tell you something about the current situations of country and worldwide, specifically about the coronavirus. My dear and honorable listeners and viewers, you have to enhance and you have to get knowledge about the virus in order to keep yourself protect from the harmful and lethal effects of the virus. The virus itself is not a lethal, but it is having the ability to cause the lethality that leads to death. If you go to the Google and search the structure and composition of coronavirus, it is a DNA based virus. So as it is a DNA based virus, you have to know about that what is DNA. DNA is a double-stranded super helical structure that is responsible for the transmission of characters and traits from the parents to the offspring and from one generation to the another generation. Although virus itself is not being yet reported as living or non-living thing, and it is at the boundary of living and non-living thing, but due to the presence of this DNA, the scientists and biologists have reported that the virus is a living thing just due to the presence of this DNA. Now, how this DNA work and how the virus work? The DNA of the virus is inactive until and unless it gets the favorable conditions and favorable environment. You can take a simple example of your SIM card, as it is inactivated until you put it in your cell phone and don't activate that. Same is the case with the virus. It is inactive. The DNA is not working until it is not getting the proper environment. So it will get activated and start manipulation, multiplication, and increase their population and reproduction after getting the favorable conditions and environment. Now, in order to keep yourself safe and to protect yourself from the lethal and harmful effect of this virus, you have to know something about the structure of DNA. It is composed of genes. These genes are in the form of 4 different nucleotides. They are termed as adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. As I have told you that DNA is a double-stranded structure. DNA is having a double-stranded structure. Both these strands are having different genes like adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. These genes pair up with each other and produces and form the protein accordingly to the structure of the DNA. And DNA is having a very unique capacity and capability of altering itself. As it is having genes and nucleotides, it can change itself according to the host conditions. If you are treating the DNA with the different type of chemicals, radiations, antibiotics, the virus or especially the DNA is having the capability to alter itself in order to survive and sustain the life process. So these genes and nucleotides are packed together in the form of just like this bead, and they produces different proteins. Now, being a DNA virus, it is very difficult, as you have listened that from the news channels and different articles and researchers, that being a DNA based virus, it is very difficult to control the epidemic effect of coronavirus. The one and only way to control it is enhance the immune system. If you are having a very good immune system, your antibodies will engulf with the virus and they will pull that out of your body. And my dear and honorable viewers and listeners, being a Mu'min, being a Muslim, we are having different things, religion, that are related to our religion, to control different harmful effects of several lethal diseases. Like we are having the Khak E shifa, the clay or the soil of the grave of Hazrat Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam is known as Khak E shifa. I am having a book that is titled with Tazkiyah. This book is in Urdu language and I will try sometime to translate that in English inshallah, but now I want to tell you something about the Khak E shifa that is being reported as a research in this book. The research which is done on Khak E shifa is reported in this book, and the research was carried out at the different countries of the world, like KE Medical University and many other universities of Germany and England especially, and Saudi Arabia especially. Different ulama ikram and doctors have participated in the research to know that how the Khak E shifa can be used as a medicine. My dear viewers and listeners, the human body is composed of a cell. I am trying to minimize that, the message. The human body is composed of a cell, and cell is having the ability to perform different functions. For example, the cell of your eye is responsible to see. The cell of your ear is responsible to listen. The cell of your tongue is responsible to talk. For that function, all the cells need some energy. That energy is drawn from the mitochondria, which is also known as the powerhouse of cell. Another important thing that you should know, that only 3% of our DNA is working, whereas the 97% of DNA is sleeping in our body, and it is termed as retina-trypanosome DNA. The mitochondria having a specific structure that is known as cytochrome C, and the very interesting thing is that this cytochrome C are in 12 number, whereas the Aimma Masumin are also in 12 number. Especially the cytochrome C3 and cytochrome C9 are responsible to activate the mitochondria. Moreover, these two cytochrome C are also responsible to activate the retinotrypanosome, the sleeping DNA. And how it become possible? The Khak E shifa is having a frequency. This frequency were found out by different researchers and doctors. They find the frequency, they created the medicine. This medicine enhance the mitochondria and enhance the sleeping DNA, which create antibodies inside your body, and these antibodies are responsible to make your immune system much more stronger and stronger. Therefore, I would like to suggest that in the current tense situations that are being created due to the coronavirus, I would like to request you all to use Khak E shifa as a medicine to enhance your immune system and to keep yourself safe from the harmful effects of the coronavirus. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.